Good morning. Welcome to our pre-service meditation. My name is Tony Diaz. I'm a licensed practitioner here at the Greater Orlando Center for Spiritual Living, or as we affectionately know ourselves as GOCSL. So I was thinking about what space to hold this morning, and for some reason, this quote came into my head, having to do with the space between the notes. I usually like to play background music during my meditation to go in between whatever I'm sharing. And when I thought about this quote, what that really means is when we hear music, we don't realize that there's actually space between each note, and the timing of the space has an influence on what's playing. So if you listen to a waltz, a tango, foxtrot, which are ballroom dance movements, a lot of the difference is just the timing. And they have different timings, and songs have different timings. And it reminds me of in life when we have an opportunity to listen to the space between the notes or take time in contemplation, we get away from the noise and we get to set the pace of that. You know, how busy is our life, or what things do we not have time for? So I wanted to spend some time in the space between the notes and spend more time in contemplation and having time to just check in with ourselves on what's happening, and be able to allow for whatever presents itself from that space. So let's take a deep breath and let's exhale. And let's just spend some time in silence, acknowledging that space between our notes. So spending time in this quiet space, this quiet place, what thoughts came up? Now, I know a lot of times we have monkey mind and there's a lot of things going on, but was there a thought or thoughts that caught your attention? So anything that you didn't recognize, didn't understand, weren't prepared for, but spend a little time just letting those thoughts marinate and see what information those thoughts are trying to give you. So, in addition to, or maybe instead of thoughts going through your mind, what feelings came up? What emotions came up to the surface as you are allowing yourself to be still and silent? And again, this is our inner thoughts, our inner being wanting to get our attention. And when we allow ourselves some space between our notes, thoughts and feelings can come up. So if any feelings came up during this time, you have a chance to allow them to expand. What do they mean? Have you felt them before? Is this something new? What is your inner being wanting you to know, to experience? Take a deep breath. You just feel that breath filled with knowing and understanding as it flows in as and through you. You know, feelings are a creation of our thoughts, what we think about, feel. And our thoughts come from our beliefs. What we believe is what we think, and that creates an inner and outer feeling. So I encourage you this week to go back to the thoughts and feelings that came up during this time and look at what the belief is behind that. Does that belief serve what you're thinking, what you're feeling? And if it doesn't, then that's an area to look at to make a difference in your life. If we can change what we believe in that more aligns with who we are, it'll manifest itself into our thoughts, which will then manifest into our feelings and then our actions and then our spoken words. So taking time to have space between the notes, another alternative to mediation with music is without music, and just let the silence, that space between the notes, allow you some space to go a little bit deeper without a distraction of music, and just allowing your body to show you what it needs and what it wants to experience. Let's take another deep breath. And let's just exhale and acknowledge ourselves for taking the time to go within and look at thoughts and feelings that may not have looked at before and may be uncomfortable, but this is what inner work is all about. So when you're ready, just open up your eyes and come back to where we started. No, thank you for being right.